We're here with Matt Clark in Eldora, Iowa, and he has a HGR Cletrac that he's going to tell us about.
A couple years ago, Doug Johnson had called me and he told me that he had a friend that their father was getting, health-wise, was getting bad, and they had an HGR crawler for sale. And they lived in Clarksville, which is where my father grew up and where my family's from. My dad worked for his uncle, Ivan Ackerman, who had a salvage yard in Clarksville. Come to find out, this crawler Ivan had purchased, and we believe it very well possibly could be that it came from Charles City out of the warehouse that was uptown. After the tornado, they did have a rubber track crawler in the warehouse. After the tornado, it kind of went somewhere. My dad and his brother and uncle had made several trips up to Charles City and had brought home anything from trim work out of houses, oak trim, to cars, to metal, to whatever, and scrap, whatever. And we believe this crawler had been one of the items that they brought back. My dad worked for his uncle in the late 60s. They used this, it had a boom on the front, and it was made out of a heavy channel, and it stuck out about 10 feet. And it had a dolly wheel in the front that would keep the crawler from tipping. And I had that boom in another building, obviously, and it's no longer on the crawler. But anyway, they used the boom to load scrap iron, 55-gallon bucket, or 55-gallon drums of scrap iron into a truck. They did that for years, and then it was parked in the salvage yard. Salvage yard in the late 70s had a fire. The fire came within about 20 yards of the crawler and never did any damage that's noticeable. There was about 2 stories of aluminum sheeting that was piled on top of the crawler. And in 2004, they uncovered the crawler, and underneath, this thing had sat on dirt for years, probably 20, 30 years minimum. They uncovered it, and they said the dirt that was underneath the crawler was absolutely bone dry, no moisture at all, and that's probably what saved the rubber tracks.
Wow.
This particular one has got Firestone tracks. A lot of the ones you do see have got Goodyear 45-degree bar. These are what most guys call like a turkey foot tread. From what I've been told by a couple people, the HGRs, there was roughly about 350 of them built. They were recalled voluntarily, brought back, and they were retrofitted with steel tracks for people that purchased them because the rubber did not work well in the mud and the dirt.
So is there some HGRs that have steel tracks on them, but they're still considered HGR because of that?
Technically, they would not be, because they'd have to change the undercarriage, sprockets, that type of thing, to accommodate the steel track. So at some point, it would no longer be a rubber track.
So it wouldn't be an R.
Right.
So it wouldn't be on the serial tag R.
No.
It's just the tracks that made it. That's what made it an R. Okay. Just like the G is for gas, D is for diesel. The R's. Okay, I got it.
And we think the reason this one survived is because it was used at the warehouse on concrete, and on concrete it worked very well.
Right.
It's just in the dirt that they had issues, in the mud, that kind of thing. So anyway, long story short, we ended up buying it. 2004, they uncovered it. The neighbor guy across the street from the salvage yard he had actually gifted it to this guy for helping him over the years in the salvage yard. He got it running and did a few things to it. And then it sat in his shed, and then he ended up going to the nursing home, had dementia. His daughter, like say Doug Johnson, had got us in contact with his daughter, and we ended up getting it purchased. And then that's pretty much the story.
Yeah.
And here it sits now. And I would believe, like I say, I've been told there's like probably less than a half a dozen the HGR crawlers total that are in running operating condition that wouldn't take much to get them going, and then there's several parts and pieces here and there.
When's the last time this one ran?
Probably around 2004, 5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah. The guy that he gifted it to there in Clarksville, his last name was Vance. He would have had it running. He had it running. He had it moving and whatnot. I have not tempted to run it because I don't want to. If the tracks would break, there's no
Right.
replacement. You're
Right.
done. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't know of another one. I've seen a couple pictures from the Flake County Museum with the turkey foot tread tracks. I have not seen another one in life, real life, with them on it. It's always been the 45-degree Goodyear tracks. So yeah, this is pretty rare track crawler.
I've seen them in books, but
Yeah.
never seen one in real life. Kind of take it. Very, very neat. Is there anything else you want to talk about in here?
Pretty much it.
Okay. All right.
Just a lot of everything.
Yeah. Is there things like I seen the clock back there? Was that in the plant or on the other side? Can we go?
The wooden flange.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the back room. Yep,
That was in the plant.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Can
And
we
there
can we walk?
There's actually the flagpole over in the tractor building. That was a 1912 flagpole.
Okay. All right.
That's
And like these were for advertisement.
them are
Plates?
printing plates
Printing
for
plates?
yep, for paper. Yep.
Those are
Paper.
pretty neat.
Yep. Them are really cool. Dollarettes, boot and hats.
Yeah.
Dealer hat when they took the Mexico trip.
Oh wow.
That was given to him. 1960. I think I got a photo with a gal with one of them on, and it's dated 1960, and then it's placed in Mexico. I forget the name.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, because
Growing oak.
So what is this?
This is a phase.
Because it says Egypt.
A phase converter in a hydraulic unit, basically to run something indoors if they don't have a tractor available, and it has Growing O campaign, Growing O show on the tags.
Okay.
So this would have been used in their farm progress show type stuff where they wouldn't be able to use a tractor to run stuff
Okay.
for hydraulic.
Okay. All right.
But
Yep.
that's the original Growing O podium. And several pictures with Sam White behind it, which
Oh.
is super cool. I mean, it's. They
So
might
that
have-
would be in the tractor builder's book.
It's in the better. It's in the Keystone Comments. Growing O.
Okay.
So it would be in here in this book here.
Neat.
And
I
then
knew that was important.
the certified horsepower banner that was used when they introduced the certified horsepower stickers on the tractors. They
Yep.
had that as a backdrop. I actually got a photo, and it might be in there too, with Sam White at the podium, and this is behind him.
Behind it.
Yeah.
And the shirt? Was that just a normal shirt that they would wear?
That
or?
is a shirt that they'd wear to like the Growing O campaign. Yep.
Oh,
like
when
the
they went to
farm
like
progress shows
fairs and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Very neat.
And then a lot of this is Lewis Kirsch. Lewis Kirsch stuff. In 1909, he started with Hart Bar and then ended in 1940s. 6-volt treble lights, which is super rare. I didn't even know they existed. But this is actually the pattern from 1930
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
for the light.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of
Very neat.
tells people that they are legit. That is a deal.
Neat.
Yeah. And then these are just a lot of specialty tools.
Tools that they used.
You
Yeah.
know, that Lewis would have welded together because they just didn't have the tools at the time.
Right. They had to make them. Yep. Yep.
The wood toolbox there on the bottom, that's the one. He was in overseas in Russia in World War I when it broke out. The war broke out, and that's the toolbox he had with him.
Oh really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And then this is the Hart Par management. They put their daily mail in it.
And the clock. That's
That's
what
the
I.
clock. That's out of the plant.
That
Yep.
was from the
Yep.
plant. That's
Yep.
what I thought.
The wood flange would have probably been made in like the pattern shop where they make the wood foundry patterns
Okay.
and stuff. It's cool.
Pretty neat.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
And as near as we can tell, these are train car placards when they ship out a load of Hart Par 30s or Hart Par 20s. Put that on the side of the rail car. Yep.
That's neat.
Yep.
Very neat.
Yep. And then the road signs, the cast iron road signs, Hart Par had the contract with the state for the cast iron road signs. So
Oh.
That was cast at the plant, and then this is a floor out of the plant early
Oh, wow.
piece. And then you'd have to ask Wayne. Each one of them horns, one was management, one was I don't know, fire. Each one had their own sound and had their own deal, and Wayne could tell you. I don't know.
Yeah.
What it is, but
Lunch time or quitting time
I
or break
have
time.
the air compressor there. I should hook it up and try ones. I've never heard them, but I'm sure they're super loud.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
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 That is really neat. Very neat.
But the railroad tools, that's all railroad tools on top there.
Yep.
And then the hard part seats, the cast iron seats, they never made them. There's a pattern floating around. There was only one original, and Dean Ryden, I think, had that at one time, and he's now passed.
Okay.
But Wayne Wiltsey and Clifford Kelly and maybe a couple other ones were involved. They've got the pattern, and there was about a dozen of them made.
Oh, wow.
And then basically the pattern is here. I've got the pattern, but there was never to be any more made
Okay.
after that. So
Neat.
there's about 12 of them out there, but they're basically, a reproduction of the original.
Right, right.
So
Well, thanks for having us out, Matt.
yeah.
This is like so interesting.
Yep. This toy here was a prototype, or not a prototype, but it was a mock-up of the Heritage tractor. It was given to George Bird. They'd done that at the plant when they come out with the Heritage model tractors. That was given to George Bird, the plant manager, personally. So that tractor is,
One of a kind.
yeah. The wheels have been hand painted with the clover color, and
But they just wanted to, like a mock-up of
Yep,
this
what
is
it was
what
gonna
could.
look like.
This is what.
Yep.
Yep.
And this here is a four-wheel drive. Larry Freiberg worked at the plant. This was displayed at the plant office.
Okay.
The card was printed at the plant printing press. The tractor's made out of wood, and the story goes that was pre-toy. They never had the toy out yet when that
Oh.
came out. And they did a tour of the plant. The company president did a tour of the plant, seen the model tractor, and liked it so much that they decided to build it. Because originally it was like $89,000 to tool up to make the tractors.
To
And
make it.
with a farm economy the way it was, they weren't going to do that. And after he seen this tractor, he decided
He's like,
they were
"We
going to
got
do
it."
it. Yeah. But Larry Freiberg was an employee,
Wow.
and at the time he collected toys, and he built this.
Yep.
And it's
Very
really
nice.
accurate. If you put a regular toy to it, it's really accurate.
Wow. That's really neat. Very neat. What's the story with the elephant?
Don't know. Wayne doesn't know, and I don't know.
Really?
It's Canadian, I think. You know, the white, the red, white, and blue tends to be Canadian stuff.
Right.
Maybe truck related. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably some kind of a fair or ad or something.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then I don't know if you got the sign there with all the signatures on it. Wayne,
Yeah.
that was, I'm pretty sure he said that. That Wayne got that.
Oh,
Yeah, he said at York, Pennsylvania at the first show, HBOCA show. Sam White was there. He had him sign it, and then he had the rest of them sign it. John
That was at the
Culberson
first
last.
HBO series?
Pretty sure. Was York the first one?
Oh, look at my shirt.
York, Pennsylvania. That's where he signed it. Sam White. Dover. But was that the first? Was that the first show for HBOCA or no? Was that show? What was that for?
who is this?
Dutch. I'm not sure.
It wasn't the first one, Tracy. It was just.
One of the shows? Okay. All right. Yeah. That is neat. That
And
is
then that
really
photo up above, that came out of Ray Blanchard's office. I bought that from his wife up in Decorah.
neat. Oh.
That was out in his shed, his lawnmower shed. It was covered in dust, and I bought and made several trips up there and bought a lot of stuff from her. And she had a garage sale one day, and some people dug that. And she moved to South Carolina, so they just moved to South Carolina. They dug that out of the rafters, and it was covered in dust. They brought it up to her, and they said, "We want to buy this." And she said, "Nope." She said, "It's not for sale." She knew right away what it was, and that was in his office. And she said, "These people," she's like 80, 90 years old, and she's old. and really frail, and these people got really nasty with her. She wouldn't sell it to them.
Oh.
And she called me right away because I bought a bunch of white stuff from her, and she knew it'd be something I wanted. She called me right away and she said, "I got a picture that was in Ray's office." So I made a trip up there right away. I said, "Yeah, I want it," you know. But
Yeah.
these people that found it out in that building, they were furious.
What year was that about?
Dean Jaden said it was really late because there's something. This here was like in the 90s, but there's some Euclid Green. There was a sign here. There's like a Euclid Green sign. So I would.
But also, didn't they add on
But these
something
cars,
building the
these
art-
cars are not the 90s cars. I mean,
No,
these
they
are
look
the
like
60s,
70s. Yeah.
70s and 60s. So I don't know when they came out with the Euclid Green.
But I also thought they put an addition on for the articulated tractors. Which, where was that?
I'm not sure on that one. Maybe Clifford would know.
My wife is getting unruly.
She's getting unruly.
You gotta go.
No.
What does Clifford know?
This picture, we're trying to date it, and Dean thought it was late 90s because this here, there was something with this here.
Well, that's steel story tracks that they put up.
Yeah. But these cars don't show 90s. These are
Let me
like,
take a look here. Those storage tracks were put up before late 90s.
but there's a Euclid Green sign on the one building, and the tower I think is Euclid Green.
Oh, that has to be late 90s.
Is it?
The Euclid Green didn't show up until that didn't show up until right before they went to white. The Euclid Green showed up on a 55 series construction equipment towards the end.
Okay.
Well,
Or maybe it
no,
is
you're
90s.
right. Late 80s. Late 80s.
No,
Late 80s.
Wayne said the pictures from 1975 to 1980.
Yeah.
Oh,
late 80s.
okay.
That's, yeah.
75 to 80.
Yep.
I'm gonna say the cars don't look. That's late 90s. They didn't drive very much covers.